What's up? What's the word?
So Donald Trump is just getting the Latin vote. Like he's really putting his money where his mouth is, and he's getting these Latin artists and these Latin influencers to step out.
It's a complete left turn.
I think it's in the same realm because y'all talking about white supremacists and we talking about Donald Trump and most of his followers are white supremacists.
There's a lot
You know
of black
what?
people that support Trump
I'm
too.
gonna let you
I
finish.
didn't know it was a black
Yeah.
ex-cons for Trump organization.
I saw that. I didn't know we wanted to bring that up or not, but
It's so much you can tie
I know,
into this
dude.
right
He
now.
be coming to. He do the little boxing organization.
I'm not gonna hold you. They
So
held
let's-
the
I was very
Latinos
disappointed.
Cody,
down.
right?
let's open the
Rally.
conversation. Let's open the conversations up to how do your thought process on minorities, because we all minorities in here, rolling with Trump. You know, and then I just first of all, what's y'all initial raw thoughts? So let's start with you, Chris.
About ate up last time.
Minorities rolling with Trump.
Minorities rolling with Trump.
Honestly, I just feel like it's not in your benefit to vote for Trump as a minority. Because there's nothing in like his plan or policy that is even gonna protect you or care about you. Especially as a black person. Hispanic, definitely not. Like he wanted to deport everybody. And I think the only argument that I hear from people all the time when they talk about Trump is like, oh, he gonna bring money back to the country and all of this. And I don't think people know that those stimulus checks was coming to us regardless of, like, I think BREE had said this a while ago. We gonna get that
ate up
stimulus.
in the comments.
We was gonna get that stimulus check regardless if Trump signed it or not, right? But I think nowadays people just bank on that to try to say like he was a good president, and not realize everything else that he was doing, and they don't even know what he's planning to do right now, right? Like even with if you watch any debates that Trump been talking like Trump, he don't have a plan. He doesn't have a plan. Like it's a clip going around. He's like, I got concepts of a plan. Like I'm not in office. Like that's like saying like, yeah, I would do something differently, but I'm not in there yet. I don't know. But
Concepts of a plan.
concepts as a plan is crazy. But I don't know. I don't think minorities should be voting for Trump. I think you should do your research. Do your research and then come back and make your decision. But I don't think that's the best interest.
Imagine your girl saying like, "Do you plan on marry me? I got concepts."
Concepts of a marriage.
I think I know.
I think
That's
I do.
crazy. Jay, same question. How do you feel about minorities rocking with Trump?
I think it's just a level of, for us in general, there's a level of responsibility that we shouldn't take lightly when it comes to endorsing anyone, because we know that history has shown us that this country was not built for us. They built this system to keep us at a certain level and for them to excel. And so we see that in the school system. We see that in even the way that they run prisons. Like we see this in several different layers throughout America. And so when you step to the plate and say, okay, I'm going to endorse this person who has actively done things to harm the community that you come from, I just don't understand how you don't feel like that's a responsibility for you. If he's giving you a tax break because you have money, you're literally selling yourself at that point. You're saying my money and how I'm affected by it is the only thing that matters. And you're not thinking about the people that, or even the places that you've come from, you know? And I think it's just a responsibility as a whole. Whatever you choose, there's a responsibility to really do research, because I feel like a lot of the reasons why specifically Hispanics are voting for Trump is because they don't like what's going on with, well, I feel like black people feel the same way, this immigration stuff. And so that's a big, when I talk to people or when I see people who say, hey, I'm voting for Trump, that's like the first thing that they mention, aside from what he said about money. And so when you look at it from that aspect, it's like your people came from somewhere and they had to come here and make a better life. All for you to do that? That's crazy to me.
Just you to turn the other cheek.
Yeah,
basically.
and then here's the thing, to add a point to what Chris was saying about them saying, oh, the business aspect of he's a good businessman, because I've heard that too. A good businessman they study the whatever their business is.
A good
He
businessman.
should have some type of he should have been, I've been studying this. The statistics say this. He's not doing any of that. He's saying, well, I'll figure it out when I get in office. So that whole good businessman idea is not even valid. Because, let me not say valid.
It's not valid.
No, you can say valid. Just don't tell me that what I say is invalid.
Y'all did. That clip was a little spicy. But, I've never seen an audio get that much engagement.
That's crazy.
I liked it though.
I did too. That's
so
we agree. We good. As long as I don't say valid.
I race relations.
Yeah. Race relations.
Race relations.
That's a spinoff show.
Race relations. Brianna.
I think Trump supporters are radical. Like, you know how it's like you be in class, but it's like this one group of kids that just don't do what the teacher say, and you be like, why you just don't be quiet? Like, why you gotta keep talking? That's how I feel like my Trump supporting friends, because they so loud. I love them as people.
So loud and wrong.
But they so loud, so wrong.
Got friends that are Trump supporters.
Oh, and what? I was gonna tell
So
story.
loud
I
and
didn't
wrong.
tell myself. Yeah, like, and then you know how you just become friends with some people, but you don't really know until like the debate come. You be like, oh, that's what you doing. Okay, yeah. But they very loud. They're very wrong sometimes. A lot of Trump supporters, like Jay said, a lot of them are just holding on to the whole immigration thing. But then when you just look at the logic of it, it's like if he gets in office next year, the first thing he cannot just start building a wall the first day he's inaugurated.
Because he can't put people in camps.
That's the thing.
He done it before.
He has put people in camps, but
before.
regardless, that's
He tried to build this.
inhumane.
He tried to build this wall, and he didn't. He never built it.
And he said Mexico was going to pay for it.
It's a lot. Exactly.
Like,
It's a
what?
lot of things that's going to take more than 4 years to actually come to pass.
My thing is this too, like he's even speaking on the Haitian American community, saying that he wants them deported.
Yeah.
Haitian
For
Americans,
eating cats and dogs?
Haitian Americans who are not even say
Haitian.
they were born here. They don't know Haiti. They don't.
Oh, like they were
They're-
just,
he's
but
saying-
they're citizens. You can't do that.
My point.
I think,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
But my
crazy.
biggest thing was just I feel like he's trying to do like a cleanup now of the whole like abortion rights and
I've
the
seen
whole
that.
like immunity for police officers. Like I think he's trying to fake cleaning up a little bit because they see how it's like affecting the people that you looking to vote for you.
so then let me play devil's advocate, right? So devil's advocate,
He low key want to vote for Trump.
Yeah, you ain't gotta say devil's advocate. Just say what I.
So you had that mega hat on last week.
I'm gonna let you.
I'm playing devil's advocate. I just want to get your perspective on this. So why is it that they wrong or radical and why should they give their vote automatically to the Democratic Party? Because as minorities, and we're speaking on why our thought process on minorities voting for Trump. As minorities, we've been giving our votes to the Democratic parties since the 60s. I want to say since the 60s. And we still are in these ghettos. We still, for black people, still don't have reparations. For Hispanic, Latino community, y'all still dealing with the things that y'all been dealing with. Racial profiling within the police in these low economic impoverished neighborhoods. We still pushing these spots. Education systems in these places are not the best. They're pushing black and brown people to the prison systems. So it's been the same thing when you've been casting your vote for one party this whole time. So why don't you? What's wrong with someone thinking like, hey, I want to give my attention to somebody else because maybe they can do something different?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
Ain't
It's
nothing wrong
just
with
loud
that.
as
I just think that's a wrong decision to make this year.
I was going to say, it's the candidate.
It's the candidate. Yeah, I would not put Trump and his people in that office. If you want to make that change, because don't get me wrong, I was not for Biden. Right? I was not for Biden. I'm
I
like,
don't think none of us.
No,
was.
we weren't.
I
None of
wasn't
us
for
wanted
Biden,
to
but it's
work
like,
Biden, but
it's
we
like,
got
all
the
right, it's
choice.
better than Trump. Like, it's basically like, all right, I guess it's like, all right, here's my vote. Like, here's
Going back to like how I said about like the classroom. When you have like school elections, it's like when you watching a sitcom and it's like school elections, like this one person that's like, we're gonna get pizza every day for lunch. And like, kids are like, yeah. And then the other person is like, I'm gonna make sure we have more nutritious meals. And everybody's like, that's boring, but that's more realistic. You can't have pizza every day for lunch. Like, it's like this man keep promising stuff without any like plan behind it. Like, you just saying a lot, and it's like you're not telling us exactly how is this gonna happen. On top of how is this gonna happen in 4 years? Because you can get in there and not do any of this, and you can't run for president no more. This your last term.
Yeah, I think this even with that, right? Like you said, with him trying to be like this better person for us, he's gonna ruin our economy.
Here's the thing too:
Like,
is
our
we
economy is
saw,
already
But it's gonna be worse because he's trying to put like tariffs on like every country that imports food here. So like, if y'all think food prices and taxes are high now, wait till Trump gets in office and like because they keep putting a 200% tax on it.
Hey.